We have more weird fruit.
Welcome to Krocks in the Kitchen.
I am Brian.
And I am Jessica.
Yes, it is time for another edition of Krocks Try. And if you have paid attention to the previous versions of the Krocks Try, you will know that this is Fun with Fruit, Volume 3. Yes, this is more strange fruit that we have picked up at different places, although this one, because there's a ton of really great fruit out there right now for the season, as summer is coming to a close and we're going to be getting into more of the fall vegetables and stuff like that. But this was a fascinating find, and you had to kind of search around for some of this though.
Yeah, I had been wanting to try star fruit, dragon fruit, and then the bonus was the prickly pear because I didn't even know that we could get that here. But I had to go to a few different stores, and it was I had a little bit of trouble finding some of these things. So I think maybe a few months earlier in the summer, it would have been a little bit easier. But if are there like different kind of markets, like maybe an Asian market, that kind of stuff, where we could find these kind of things more, I don't know, like not these specific ones, but weird fruits in general. Like, where do you buy just strange, different kind of fruits? Are there any secrets that I need to know about? If so, comment below, because we'd love to find more things.
Yes, we don't want to just do fruit for the Krocks Try, obviously. It's just that fruit is something that we really don't have a whole massive amount of experience with.
Oh, I have plenty of weird vegetables that we're going to try, so don't you worry.
Yes, but shall we actually get to this one?
Yes, so we're actually going to start out today with the star fruit. And I found one that was yellow, and I found that if it's going a little bit brown on the edges, that means it's pretty well ripe. You don't really want too much brown is what I read online. So hopefully this one's pretty ripe. And I found this yellow one at Whole Foods. And then I found these two green ones at our local store called Deerberg's, and so they're not quite ripe yet, but I just thought they looked pretty, so I just put them there. So we're gonna wait for those ones to turn yellow, and yeah, I'm really excited to try the star fruit because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, now how much did this actually cost us?
Okay, so the star fruit, this yellow one, which if you saw it before Brian cut it in half on the little footage we showed, it was a little bit bigger than these little green ones. This one was $3.99, so though they're sold by, they're not sold by weight at the stores that I went to. They're sold per, each, so it's $3.99 each, and then $2.99 each for these ones at Whole Foods. So not exactly cheap, definitely, but it's a fun thing to try. So I figured, why the heck not?
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
Let's each take a piece of a little star. Now these seeds.
Yes, from what I understand, you're not supposed to eat the seeds.
Okay.
But
oh yeah, I don't think I would want to eat that seed. All right, the seeds have been removed.
And the ambulance has driven away.
Yes, we had to wait for the ambulance to stop making noise, but now it's time for star fruit.
I wonder where it gets the name star fruit.
I don't know.
All right.
Are you ready? Oh, you already went for it.
A little bit crunchier than I thought it would be.
I'm assuming you're supposed to eat the skin?
I am.
Why not? There's a sweetness, a little bit of sour.
A little bit like an apple, but not fully as
I wonder if you're supposed to eat the middle part.
I did.
Why not?
I did a little research, and I found that 100 grams of star fruit is about 30 calories. It actually has 52% of your recommended daily amount of vitamin C, which is just insane.
So that's if you eat 100 grams of it?
That's if you eat 100 grams of it, yes. It is full of antioxidants, and it also has 2.5 grams of fiber for those 100 grams that you actually do consume.
The seeds really just want to stick to me.
Okay.
So what do you think flavor-wise?
It's not super sweet. It is tart, it's got a little bit of tartness to it. But it kind of has an apple-like consistency, although softer.
But it's also translucent, more like a kind of grape kind of thing. I don't like eating the middle part. I would eat
it's kind of like a cross between a grape and an apple. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good, except not as sweet. I like it though. It's actually really nice.
It's actually really good. There's some kind of flavor that I'm not really like. It tastes different than anything I've ever tasted.
It almost has a slight hint of celery to it too.
Maybe.
At least that's what I gathered as much.
I'm gonna eat one more piece.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's actually quite nice. I mean, it's not like...
I like it. Now, see, what I would do is just eat around the middle and then you don't have to worry about the seed.
True.
But this is not something I would go out of my way to buy just to eat because it's not exactly cheap. I think it's something that I would buy, you know, if you were having fun with your kids, just because it's so pretty. I mean, if you were making a nice little fruit tray for a little party and you want to impress your friends and be like, hey, I have fancy fruit, you know.
I got star fruit. I'm cool.
Just buy one of them, slice it up, and put it on there as like a little decoration, but then it's edible.
Very nice, though.
I dig it.
Yeah. All right. On to the next thing, which is...
Ooh, I'm excited.
This is dragon fruit.
Okay, so I really wanted to find a red dragon fruit, which to me is pink, but a red dragon fruit, because they're so pretty, especially when you can see like the little green kind of bits coming, like the green and the pinkish red. It's just like so beautiful. But I was only able to find this yellow one.
Yes.
And I asked Brian, I was on the phone with Brian, like, what color are they supposed to be? Does this mean it's not ripe? Like, what is the deal? So we figured out there are two different kinds, right?
Yes, there's the red variety and the yellow variety.
So this one I got at Whole Foods, and it said it was $6.99 each, but it was actually $6.99 per pound, and this one weighed in at 0.63 pounds for a total of $4.40 for the one thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, again, expensive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is, again, not something you're going to buy to eat every freaking day unless you're, you know, rich. So if you are, then why not? Buy one and eat one every morning. These were definitely a little bit more difficult to find. I did see the red ones at Whole Foods, at Deerberg's, which is our other local, like, kind of grocery store that has a lot of specialty stuff. They had the red ones. They were $9.99 each, but I didn't get one because we weren't ready to film yet, and I didn't want it to be like not right, but
or go bad,
especially at $9.99 each. So whenever I find those, we'll have to try those, and I want to compare because I think it says these ones are actually sweeter.
Yeah, it's what I read. So.
And of course, you can eat the seeds on this.
The cool thing, and this was actually something that Ray Cronice told us. He's like, just cut it in half. He's like, then you can use a spoon and just sort of scoop out the middle. It's its own bowl.
Oh.
Oh, that is really sweet.
It's very sweet. The seeds are crunchy, which is a nice little extra texture, but they're not like inedibly crunchy. You know, they're not like super hard.
Wow.
I'm digging that. That is very sweet.
Yeah, that's like almost candy-like, you know, because you get the crunch of the seeds, you get the sweetness from the fruit itself, and like it's in its own little bowl. It's almost like a weird kind of pudding cup with like.
I like the fact that it's cold.
Oh yeah, we did chill it.
We chilled all this. I like my fruit cold. Okay.
Me too.
Oh wow.
So, 100 grams of this is 60 calories. And I can tell you that just from the how much sweeter it is. It has 3 grams of fiber in it, as well as 10% of your recommended daily amount for magnesium, which is really cool. Also has a bunch of antioxidants. And I can just say antioxidants. There's a bunch of different kinds of antioxidants, and I just don't know all of them. And I don't know how to say a lot of their names because they're just really weird names. But one of the cooler things that I thought, or that I read about, was that dragon fruit has prebiotics, which means it's really good for your gut health, actually. And just, yeah, all around goodness right there. So yeah, I mean, it's a great fruit.
So I finished mine. It comes out like super, like this is the best, bowl for this, it's perfect. It's awesome. It's like, I feel like that was enough to have the half of it. So it's good to share. Yeah, we need to get rich so I can eat these for breakfast. Because Because at $4.40 each, again, a little expensive. Now, I believe if you're in, you know, like what was Ray was telling us that he was in Thailand and like they were just eating them like crazy and they're just all over the place and more readily available.
Yes, apparently they started out in Mexico and then were transplanted to Asia by the French, and then they started growing them there. I believe
Trying to make it look beautiful.
in Central America they call them pitaya, something like that. And then in Asia, what I don't know what the name is, but they essentially translates to a strawberry pear, which is kind of fascinating. So
Those were that was really good.
yeah, this was phenomenal.
These
Like,
ones are from Ecuador, by the way. In case you're
nice.
wondering.
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
But yeah, all in all, like that was probably like if so far from judging, this one was definitely the tastiest one of the bunch. So
Okay. Any other facts or anything to share?
no, as far as that's concerned,
No,
just really good stuff all around.
Okay, can we backtrack just a second?
Okay.
Where does the star fruit grow? It grows on a tree?
I believe starfruit grows on a tree. Yes.
And then
And dragon fruit grows on a cactus, as far as I know, a type of cactus at least, I think. If I'm wrong about this, I'm very sorry. I very hastily looked stuff up on my phone before we actually filmed this.
fact checker.
Yes, you can totally fact check this one.
Where does star fruit grow on? Or what does star fruit grow on? Wow, I really didn't type very well.
No, you did not.
Oh yeah, so it's like a tree, right?
Yep, it is a tree.
Wow, I want a star fruit tree. Okay, what does dragon fruit grow on? Wow.
Wow. You can't.
It's okay, Google knows what I'm saying. Whoa, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a weird looking cactus.
Yes. So it is a type of cactus though.
Wow. It's so just weird.
It looks like it's got a bunch of weird leaf kind of things that go off to the sides, and then the fruit kind of grows down at the
I
end
want
of
a
it.
dragon fruit plant. Okay.
And now for the one that we know grows on a cactus.
Yes.
Prickly pear.
Yes, this was actually labeled as cactus pear, and I Googled when I was at Whole Foods, and I was like, cactus pear, isn't this just prickly pear? And that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, prickly pear, me and prickly pear, I have a prickly pear obsession, but I don't think I've ever actually eaten a prickly pear. I've only had like prickly pear. I've only had prickly pear flavored prickly pear. Say that like 20 times fast.
Like tea.
Flavored stuff. Like I have prickly pear tea. I have had, before we went whole food plant-based, I used to have a whole thing of prickly pear. I had prickly pear syrup, which you could put on like ice cream. And the first time I actually had prickly pear was when we were in, I think it was actually my mom and I were in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I had a prickly pear drink, not a alcoholic drink, but just like a drink that was flavored with prickly pear. And then we got it again whenever you and I went to Arizona. And I just fell in love with prickly pear. I've had prickly pear candy. I like prickly pear, but I've never had a freaking fresh prickly pear. So I'm pretty pumped to get some prickly pear. Oh, you're gonna cut it?
Yeah, I was gonna cut it.
Oh, okay.
Because why not?
So yeah, this one was okay.
There you go. There's your piece.
This one was $1.87 for all three. It was $2.49 per pound, and this was my three that I picked out came out to 0.75 pounds.
Yes. So this one was actually kind of interesting to open up. You know, you chop off both ends there, and then it just the skin just peels off of it. It's like super easy.
Yeah.
It's way easier to get that open than it would be to get an orange or something open.
Yeah, and I know I know that when they get like this magenta kind of color, that means they're pretty ripe. So hopefully this one's good and ripe. Assuming based on everything prickly pear I've had before, they're going to be quite sweet.
Let's hope so.
But let's
Here we
find
go.
out. Oh, are there seeds?
There are seeds. Somebody should have warned us.
Are you supposed to eat those seeds?
Mm-hmm.
They're very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Did you research that part? Mm-hmm. All right, back to the Google. The prickly pear has small, hard seeds that you cannot bite through, but they are safe to swallow if you prefer. Or you can chew on the fruit and seeds and then spit the seeds out. You can also use a juicer or a strainer to remove the seeds. That sounds like a good idea. I
don't know what I was thinking there.
I don't know. The seeds really threw me off. Is there like a portion you can slice off that doesn't have seeds so we can just
That's what I'm trying to do, yeah.
I love prickly pear.
It is very sweet still.
It is sweet. I thought it would be sweeter.
Yeah. So,
there's a lot of seeds.
there's a massive amount of seeds in there. That was entirely unexpected. I should have probably looked that one up. I don't know why I didn't think of that one.
Okay, I say we put it through like a strainer and then like try to eat it after that.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna attempt to like squish it through this thing.
Yes, you keep doing that.
You tell me all about the...
Yes, so nutrition info for the prickly pear. For 100 grams of prickly pear, you will, it'll be 42 calories. And it has actually a really high amount of fiber in it. It has 5.4 grams of fiber, which is...
Is that all in the seeds?
I highly doubt it. It also has 35% of your recommended daily amount of vitamin C, which is really nice. It's also got 8% of your calcium and 32% of your magnesium. So it's even higher in magnesium than the dragon fruit. Also, once again, full of antioxidants and other really nice things that you can, that help with things, anti-inflammatory things and all sorts of good stuff that's in there. I mean, it's fruit, and these are all like 3 really good varieties of fruit that actually can, give you a lot of benefits of things. Now, of course, we all know you can get vitamin C from oranges or lemons or limes or any of that kind of stuff. Like that's all normal. Everybody knows you can get potassium from bananas and whatnot. But this is just something different, and it's something very interesting and exotic and a lot more, it's a lot different than what we would normally get.
So what happened was,
you basically juiced it?
I basically juiced it.
Well, there you go. Wow, that actually looks really good though.
We now have prickly pear juice. We'll have to work on that when we're done with the video. Let's see what the juice tastes like.
I bet you could blitz it in a Vitamix though.
Oh God, yes. The juice tastes, yes. That's what I like.
Yep, that is prickly pear juice. That's the good stuff right there. So yeah, that's...
So I wanted to make a prickly pear lemonade.
Oh, yeah, totally. We can totally do that.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. So I'm gonna have to figure out the secrets of prickly pear since obviously I have a lot more to learn.
Yes. We do. We most certainly do. We're just used to the flavor of it, not like the actual fruit itself. So
if you have any tips and tricks for prickly pear usage, comment
please
below.
let us know. All in all, obviously, if we're gonna rank these, I know we don't normally always do rankings of things, but we're gonna rank them just from these 3. The dragon fruit is hands down the winner as far as flavor goes and ease and all that kind of stuff. Star fruit coming in second, and then for me, prickly pear in third. But that's from an easy standpoint.
Yeah.
Flavor wise though, the prickly pear and the dragon fruit.
I gotta give the prickly pear second just because I love my prickly pear and I feel like there's so much I can do with this. I just need to figure out what to do with it. But the star fruit is really good as well. I mean, for me, the star fruit's all about the visual. Although when you slice into that dragon fruit, it just it's so beautiful with all the seeds and it just looks, it was so fun to photograph these. I spent quite a bit of time photographing these.
Yes, she did.
So if you go to the blog post, you can see all my photos and all that stuff, but comment below if there's something you want us to try on a little Krocks Try video and let us know.
Post a bunch of laughing emojis about how we didn't know about seeds and prickly pear. you know, any of that kind of stuff. If you want to make fun of us for any of that, we aren't exactly cultured in the culinary ways of all fruits, and
well, and part of this is fun. Like, we like to do a little bit of research, but also it's kind of like, it's nice to just experience something without necessarily knowing everything about it, because then you kind of have to like figure it out and learn, and there's bumps along the road. It makes it more fun.
It's a learning experience. That's the entire point of us doing this series of Krocks Try things. So yeah,
I mean, we can learn, and you can learn, and you can laugh at us when you already know what we've learned.
Yeah, you know, but we do like to learn through failure. That's a big way. Well, I like to learn through failure. You like to learn through perfectionism, but you know, it is what it is. Is that it then?
I think that's it.
All right. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And you can find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram. You can send us messages on there. And remember, folks, if you send a message to Facebook, you will talk to me. If you send a message to Instagram, you will talk to Jessica. So if you have any specific questions for either one of us, that is where you should go. Also, like and share the video. Get it out there in front of other people so you can share it with your friends, so they can laugh at us too for not knowing that there are seeds in prickly pear that are inedible. Well, not inedible, but not easily bitten into. Either way, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
We will see you next time on Krocks in the Kitchen. Bye.
Bye.